Super Falcons. At the end, against all odds, Farouk, they got the victory against South Africa.
Well, those many that you mentioned were also part of that many because they were never convinced. Quite a lot has happened from now to our last program where I will preview the match between Zambia and Nigeria and now South Africa against Nigeria. I think that they saved their best performance for the later part of the competition, which is very, very important because whatever you do in the group ends the group. What you do when it's about knockout football, it is what is most important. And for me, against Zambia, I think they played into the trap of the coach. I'm still not convinced that the coach can take us to world football. When it comes to Africa, we can always find a way to get ourselves that, edge. And for Zambia, water down the bridge. But South Africa, I think the fear of us, demolishing Zambia also got to them. So all those that they're going to beat us at the best side on the African continent, all those things wallowed down. And from then on, it was about us even dictating the play of that game. Could have won as much as 3 or 4 before they even got their one goal. But in the end, we will not, condemn them outright because we did that when we had to. But they listen to whatever we are saying here and other Nigerians are saying on the social media as well. They upped the ante, they played good football, but they can still perform even more than this before. So far, so good. I think I'll score them a 7.5 over 10 in this tournament.
Matthew, do you think the coaching is the major reason these girls are succeeding, or you feel that they just individual quality that stood Nigeria out?
You can't. It will be a disservice to the coach for us to at this time sit down and say we can't see the impetus of true coaching in this team. If you've been schooled when it comes to football coaching, you understand that the ideology, the philosophy of coaching the women's team far differs when you handle the male's team.
We were both involved in one before.
Absolutely, we've been involved in one. So much emotions come into coaching the women. And as a manager, you must be as pragmatic as possible. And that's exactly what we saw with Coach Justin Madugu. At some point, you must be able to play into the psyche of the players. And each time they are on the ball, you are also on the ball with them. That pragmatism is highly imperative. And that's exactly what Coach Justin Madugu have brought into this team. We saw it especially in the game against South Africa. Fully, don't go, return. A manager that understands that at every time he should play with his players. That game, the South Africans came into that fixture defeated psychologically with how vociferous, how emphatic we were in our game against Zambia. Truly gave us that fixture. And you must give credit to our girls that they made the South Africans play to our own style. The South Africans were not as scintillating. You know how fluid they could be when it comes to their cohesion and understanding. They couldn't play that formation. At the end of the day, they sit at the back, want to see if they'll be able to get us on the counter. It was more like a drought game for the South Africans, and they played into the hands of the Super Falcons. And I must also put it out there. It wasn't truly a stellar performance for the Super Falcons because we were unable to string those passes together as a result of the blocks between the midfields of the South Africans. But we were able to get the job done at the end of the day. So we must say the girls understand the job, that winning at the end of the day is highly imperative. With 6 minutes additional time after 90 minutes, the South Africans were also already playing for extra time. And by extension, looking for penalty shootouts. And the goalkeeper also did them a great disservice. From the very first half, I knew there was going to be a major error coming from the goalkeeper because he was jittery from the word go. Easy ball, a goalkeeper is expected to keep. You understand? Maybe as a result of the fact that too many firepower on the part of Nigerians, each time we were on the offensive, truly counted for us. So I must give credit to the coach, credit to the players, credit to the entire team. So we build up to the finale. Mission X is truly possible, Bolu.